In the last video, I talked about how I have actually not slept in the trailer for about a week now, about 5 days, because it has been so hot at night and I cannot run that air conditioner overnight. Now, for some context, so the wall right here, 101 degrees. The cabinet here, 94.5. Cabinet here, 85, that's not as bad. The air coming out of the air conditioner right now, 49 to 50-ish, which is really, you know, and then the air going in, somewhere around 82. And I recently cleaned the filter, and then 85 at the bed. So that's not enough to keep up, but honestly, if we could keep it at or below 80 in here, I would be very happy. Unfortunately, it's one of those things that if you're laying down in here at night, everything is like releasing its heat. It's above 90 in here. I can't sleep like that. So, and this will kill the batteries. So this is a massive box. It shouldn't be that heavy, but it's a pretty hefty box. This is a 12 volt air conditioner. It was sent by Country Mod or Country Mod Pro, depending on the website. This is a big guy. I want to make sure though that this works on at least a very basic level before I go and, well, I've never pulled an air conditioner off. So I imagine there should be 4 screws. I pull the plenum down, I unbolt, and then we should be able to lift that guy off, down safely. And, you know, for a lot of rigs, this is probably, I mean, it's more efficient than a Coleman and all that. But is this more efficient than that? Can this cool at least as well as that does? Which doesn't seem to be a very high bar at this point. And can it do it using less power? So I have these sawhorses here, and I kind of just want to mock up what this will look like. And in theory, a little bit more distance should be good. In theory, this really shouldn't be that hard to put together. And being 12 volt, it doesn't have to go through the inverter, which will save that conversion process. And in fact, can save even more power because we could actually turn the inverter off. Now, I usually leave the inverter on to run the fridge and or internet, but I can run the router off of 12 volt if I want to. I just have to figure out where to mount it and extend the wires if need be. This guy, oh look, got a light there. It's black. Black soaks up a lot of heat. They have a white option, so you can order that, but it was on back order apparently. So we will go ahead, paint it if we must. But white makes a big difference because black soaks up all of the light energy, right? This is interesting because it's a lot shorter than what we have up there, and it's supposed to be even lighter than what we have on the roof. It kind of looks a bit whiter, although that might just be because it's right here. Let's see if I can get this out of the box and get it mounted on these. Yeah, this might be a huge fail. Okay. You know, air conditioning off-grid has been my goal since we lived in Nashville, and we only had 500 watts of flexible solar panels, and those panels were quite terrible, actually. Oh, well, that is actually pretty light. I think the box weighs like half of the weight, so. I think the box and the cabling and whatever else is in there weighs more than the actual air conditioner itself. And it just barely fits in here. So yeah, so it seems about as wide, but it's definitely shorter, which in theory could mean more solar space. Interesting. This is the underside of it, and we have our 12 volt wiring coming over here. Looks like it's just zip tied up so we can move those as we need to. But let's go ahead and get this hooked up to our battery bank here, and we'll see how much cabling it comes with. Oh, that's got some good weight to it. So here's our wiring. I think the wiring is the hardest part. And okay, so this is a display. Oh, it comes with a remote if we want it. All right. An extender for the, okay, and these are the foam bits. Foam zip, okay, zip ties. Oh, for cable, oh, that's nice. So there's sticky bits, you stick them on the roof, and then you zip tie your wire run to that. That's nice. That's cool, okay. And then here's the interior portion. Okay, yeah, let's see how to get this going here. It is hot in here, let me tell you. So what we have going on here is the Country mod. I left the plenum off, obviously. And so we've got a couple of wires. There are 1, 2, 3 that are plugged in here, and then this guy, I believe, will control, there's a little adapter on here, it'll control the gates on here, which is kind of cool. And then 2 DC wires that go in. Those will end up, we'll probably need to extend those to 4 gauge. I think that'll be enough. And I don't have batteries for the remote, so I don't see any in the package. I'll have to get some of those. But we have a smart shunt and the servos, so we can actually read out what's going on with the batteries. So you can see, like, we have 1165 watts coming in from shore power, 0 watts on the AC loads. Let's see, 47% steady charge, 82 watts. I actually don't know where that's going to. It might be the bathroom fan, 84 watts. Then 1600 watts coming in from the truck and trailer solar. So let's go ahead, and this is the interior control. And we'll go and turn it on. It is alive. And right now it's saying it's, that can't be right, 36.3 degrees Celsius. There's a way to turn those to Fahrenheit. So it looks like there should be a way to switch this over to Fahrenheit. Oh, weirdly, DC power, that's taking, oh yeah, I can feel that air. That's not taking up much in the way of wattage. 144, okay, 144, 113, 127, okay, so 30 watts, maybe 20 to 40 watts for the fan. I'm gonna switch mode. So it's on, it's got an ice button. I'm gonna turn it down as low as I can go. 16 degrees Celsius. All right, we'll give that a moment. And I don't know which, oh, let me turn the fan up. There we go. Oh, the compressor just kicked on. And I will say, this is pretty quiet. I mean, you have to remember this part's on the outside, but even so, that's really not too loud. And what are we pulling? 685. I'm expecting this to pull, yeah, about 700 to 800. And we were already at, so realistically, that's probably 685 or so. Okay. And we'll get, okay, it's starting to cool down. Of course, the hot air is coming out this way. It's doing everything it has to do, and cold air should be coming in here. It's getting cooler. Give that a moment to spin up. So 707 watts. It's dropping back down now, actually, 700. So really 600 watts on this mode. And I believe, okay, so we have the air coming in here. We have the air. Looks like the intake is back here and the exhaust is up here. Yep, that would make sense. Intake, exhaust, and they are routed separately, which is good. 705, okay, so 600 watts. Is there another mode? Let me get a mode, eco, strong, maybe for quick cooling, maybe? I'm just guessing. Somewhere in there is instructions, but that sounds stronger. Like quick cooling, and what do we have? 754, 770. That air is definitely getting colder. Oh man, I might just take a nap right under here. All right, let's go ahead and, what do we have? 98, 97. Okay, and then the air coming out from underneath. '82. Okay, so it's still cooling. Got to give it some time. 71. Oh, why is this one colder than this one? Oh, it is a little colder. That's interesting. 74. Okay. That's very interesting, actually. 69. Oh, yeah, it's getting 68. It's actually, we can watch it drop. Huh. Whoa. Yeah, I can really feel it now. So 101. I just point this straight up. 103. 99. 98. Okay. And then what about what's coming out of here. Let's see. Feels colder than that. No way. Granted, this is not optimal at all, but it feels way colder than that. It feels much colder than that. That can't be accurate. 68, 66, 65, 64 there is about right. 65, 4. Okay, we're really getting somewhere now, which is awesome. 60, 59. And this has only been running for a few minutes. Compared to the air coming off of here at 109.8. I guess that's a good comparison. So the roof right now, 106. Below here, 83. So, what kind of power are we pulling? We're seeing 770, 771, 768. Okay, so that's pretty, I mean, minus 100 watts. So 670, so 700. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Of course, this is completely suboptimal, right? Like, enclosing all the heat up here. Boy, it feels good under here though, man. I can build a little coffin and just AC right on it. It is very interesting. There's a fan right here, I believe. Some sort of fan right there. And, this is definitely colder right here than it is over here. Alrighty, a few more minutes, and yeah, we're holding about, well, 873, 846, 827. So 7 to 750 realistic, because for whatever reason there's a 100 watt draw somewhere in this trailer. But temperatures, oh yeah, look at that. So we're pulling 115.3 out. Okay, 115. And keep in mind, all of the air that's around this thing is all kind of just hot. Got the door open just to try to vent things out. And let's see, what's the differential here? Get out of the way. And 70, 74, 73, 72. So this is by no means, 69. So there's more than a 30-degree swing, and it's 66, sorry, 65. We're about 64, 60. All right, that's pretty good to me, I think. 62, 63, yeah, so as things, it's weird to me that this one's so much. Oh, 61, I must have this temperature sensor in the wrong place. 59, which, believe it or not, that feels really good. You know. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's pretty obvious that that'll be all right. So let's go ahead then. I'm just curious. So at night, assuming this can go ahead and we'll go eco mode. Eco mode auto. All right, we're in eco mode right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the fan all the way up. That is super quiet. This fan turned off. You know, and I wonder though, those are some pretty big grills. There, it kicks back on. Awesome. What are we running? 168, 181, so 100, 150. 194, 299. Okay, there we go. Bet you what this does, it'll go ahead and ramp up and down, and eco mode is just a lot more conservative. So 570, 608, 603. Okay. And just to triple check, I'm gonna go ahead and shut that all the way off. I just wanna see what it runs at. This is, I think, just trying to dissipate the heat there. Shuts off, 119, 49, 34. 38, 51. Okay. Yeah, so the load is, yeah, there's a fan on in there. So yeah, as these loads kind of go up and down, yeah, it clearly works. It definitely works. I can see that even if it doesn't peak at 1200, if it peaks at 700, even if I had to run like that overnight, we're still in a lot better shape, unfortunately, than our Houghton. So, hey, I'll take those numbers. Then, well, here's the fun part though, is like how, you know, initially, right, I can set it up there and I can run the next test, which is what does it do over 24 hours? Yeah, I would imagine, see, I'm actually, if I set this right up here, the cables can just, oh yeah, I mean, it would look ugly, you know, but we would have enough to go ahead and run those through. So, yeah, we'll run that test and then, you know, coming over, then down, then over again. I don't know that I'm going to have enough run for that. That would be nice if we did, though. But that being said, we'll figure it out. I might just have to buy more. Got to figure out how much we need and where we're going to put the entry gland. I'd actually like to go in behind the fridge here because I can go under the fridge and then I can go, you know, into the battery array there. That would be nice. If I didn't have to buy anything else and do that, that would be really nice. Not drilling any more holes is another goal of mine, so go figure. Yeah, God, it's hot in here now. Whoo! You know, and of course, these things generate a little bit of heat too, so that doesn't help. Boy, oh boy. You know, actually, with this remote, every now and then I have to pull the batteries and put them back in. Could be I have low batteries. Having this is better than not, but right now it is somewhere around 105 on 105 degrees outside. So believe it or not, we're getting used to it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick a morning and get this guy up there. I think I'm gonna leave this one on the roof and just scoot it over carefully. Maybe put it inside of this box. You pull this one out, put that one in this box. We'll see. But it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that hard of an install. And this one really is smaller, so I'm wondering if we can't pick up another, you know, another panel or two. It's always worth consideration, right? Huh. I also thought about, however, putting this guy in the Max Air fan spot, but realistically, it's nice to have a fan sometimes. Sometimes you just want to run a fan, although this does have a fan function, so I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, because we could keep two, but that seems a little obnoxious if we're never gonna run the Houghton, right? If the Country Mod does work out, which again, this is all an experiment, right? I would be willing to bet we could sell that guy. It's still, I mean, it's what, 4 or 5 months old now? It's not old at all. Well, maybe 6 months old almost, yeah. So anyways, we'll see. So leave your guys' thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Have you used a 12 volt AC? I've seen a lot of other reviews that just doesn't mean anything to me, given that like they don't have the same rig, they don't have the same insulation or non-insulation properties, right? Depending. You know, I'm sure that if you put this thing on it like in an ice chest, really well insulated rig, like, yeah, you're never gonna run the thing. It'll sit power. But I think in these conditions in Las Vegas, if it can work here, it can work anywhere and probably for anybody. These rigs, I love these Escape trailers, but at the end of the day, it's a fiberglass trailer, not the most insulated thing as you'd expect. So anywho, we'll go ahead and turn the fridge back on and we'll leave that on auto, turn that up. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.